Welcome back to Tea with Boar. My name is Boar, and this is episode number 6, My Tea Story. Before I start, I just want to take a moment to thank you guys. 2 weeks ago, I really wasn't sure whether or not I should make this channel, but now I'm really glad I did. So thank you guys for your support. Now please enjoy the video. In this episode, I'd like to tell you guys the cool story of how I was introduced to tea, and then I'll explain how it has evolved into this great passion of mine. To keep things engaging, I'll be adding some nice photos that I took, as well as some that I found off the internet, and I'll also be brewing milky oolong from Taiwan. I won't be reviewing the tea, it'll just be there in the background to keep things kind of engaging. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So everything all started this past summer when I was in South Korea for a sporting event. And so one day they took our team to this Buddhist temple called the Wonhyo-sa Buddhist Temple. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but that's the best I can do. And so I vividly remember entering this place and thinking I was on another planet. Surrounding us were these beautiful mountainous forests. The gardening was just so artistic, and then you had the amazing Buddhist monuments. It really felt like you were on another planet. And so after they showed us a bit of the surrounding, the temple, they then took us into one of those little houses to try traditional Korean tea. And so what I really remember about this experience was when they were brewing the tea, they only brewed it for a few seconds, and I was thinking, like, what are they doing? The tea's supposed to be brewed for 5 minutes. I was so used to the tea bags being brewed for a long time. I was thinking, what are they doing? But then they gave it to us and we tried it, and it was amazing. And it was like these flavors that I just hadn't ever tried in my life, and I didn't know really what it was, but it was just, I was like, wow, this is something else. And so I remember thinking, like, wow, like, can we get another cup? But then we were in a bit of a rush. We had to go somewhere, and they had to take us to another part of the temple, so we weren't able to try it again. But that was my introduction to Eastern style tea. So once we returned back to our hotel and eventually got back home, it was time for me to get ready for my first year of university. And so in this whole kind of partying rush, first year party rush, I sort of forgot about that whole experience. But then a few months later, when I was reflecting back on this trip to South Korea, I was just thinking about this amazing tea that I had, and I really wanted to experience it again. So I started looking on a bit on online Asian teas, and I had no idea what it was, so I was just trying to find something, and eventually I stumbled upon a YouTube account called Mayleaf. And this guy, Don May, knows more about tea than anyone I know. So he played a huge part in kind of getting me interested in tea and helping me explore my interest for tea. So he really helped me kind of go for it. And so as I was in Montreal, I was looking around for these tea shops, and conveniently there was a tea shop maybe 100 meters from where I stayed called Asiatica. And so I entered the store, and I remember these aromas, these colors, the art, everything was like, wow. It brought me back to that like new planet feeling that I had when I was in that Buddhist temple. And so I had some tea, started brewing gongfu, and pretty much led to this. This is where we are today, with me drinking tea in front of YouTube. And guys, what I truly love about tea is that it helps me settle down and just enjoy the moment. In this time where I'm brewing tea and making tea, all the outside noise, all the pressures from social media and everything, it just goes away, and it's just me and the tea, and I'm fully immersed into what's happening in front of me. And it's rare. I don't have a lot of moments like that, but tea is one way that I'm able to really feel connected. It's something it's really difficult to explain, but once you feel it, you know what I'm talking about. And so, does it really matter if you're drinking Gongfu style or Western style? No, that's irrelevant. What really matters is that you're in the present moment, enjoying what's in front of you. You're not thinking of what's going to happen next, what happened in the past. You're just living in the moment. And so, if there's anything you can take away from that, is that if you do have some kind of passion, something that interests you, go for it, and it'll bring you. When you do pursue it, it'll bring you a lot of joy and a lot of passion. With that being said, that'll be about it for this video. I hope it was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. And if you want to share your own story, or you just want to put something in the comments, feel free to do it. I love reading your comments. I love replying. Really enjoying that part of it. So once again, thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.